to the brand new Art Attack video. And here it is. But do you know why we've made it? Because you have asked us to. Yeah, that's right. We've received literally thousands of letters asking us to show your favourite bits again. So, here they all are in here. Good, isn't it? Now, there's one thing I've noticed from your letters. There's nothing you like more than a really scary art attack. So, get behind the sofa and try and have a look at these. Are you fed up with people snooping around your wardrobe? You know, tidying it up, borrowing your clothes, then scare them off with one of these. A horror hanger. Ooh, come and have a look at this. Take a big cardboard box and cut off the two biggest sides. And onto one of the sides, draw a horror head. Now, you have to make it roughly the same size as your own head. But hopefully it won't look anything like your own head. In fact, you could copy your favourite comic strip character or horror character off the telly. But you have to make a nice big long neck that's almost the same size as the head. And then put in the rest of the horrible detail on your face, cut it out, and you'll have something that looks like that. Look at that. Ugly one. Put that to one side, and then on the other sheet, draw around your fingers. That. But don't spread the fingers too far apart. It's enough to get the pen between them. And go all the way down your arm, both sides like that. And join them up there like that. Do two of them, cut them out, then you'll have something that looks like that. Now the idea is to pop a hole through the end of both arms. Do this with a sharp pencil, be very careful, in through the cardboard and into a bit of sticky tack to protect the furniture. And then place your cardboard down like that. Tear out some old magazine pictures, just pages from the old magazine, just twist them into a long thin twist like that, and just place them down onto your hand, along the finger, and then along the arm. Do all 5 fingers in the same way, again, with old pieces of magazine, and you have something that looks like that, and it's a gnarled old hand. Then mix some PVA glue with some water, 2 parts glue, 1 part water, and yes, you've seen me do this before. Slop on the glue over your gnarled, twisted fingers, and place the tissue paper or loo roll on the top, and just slop on a bit of PVA glue. And go over the whole of your hand, covering all the fingers, front and back, both hands, and when you've finished, leave it to dry, and you'll have something that looks like that. Look at this. The PVA glue and tissue paper have gone rock solid, and whatever you do, don't cover those 2 holes. Now, as for the face, what you need to do is build up these facial features into a sort of 3D relief. And the best way of doing this is just tear off clumps of tissue paper or loo roll, and with your fingers, can be a bit messy, but fun to do. Just dip it into your glue, like that, shake off the excess, and just position it onto your cardboard, press it into shape. And as you're pressing it, the tissue paper sort of disintegrates into a pull, and you can just get it into position. It doesn't matter if you go over your design, because the idea is to build up all these facial features with tissue paper. Then cover the whole thing in one layer of tissue paper, front and back, and when you've finished, you'll have something that looks like that. And as you can see, I've built up all the facial features into a 3D relief, and I've even put a 3D bolt through his neck. And just bring the hands back in, like that, and now it's time to paint them. And you can do this with poster paint or acrylic paint. It's always the good fun with this, isn't it? Now make it as horrible as you possibly can, and you can see here I'm just slopping on some gruesome green. And you can take a bit of time doing it, just go over all the fingers, both hands, even do the fingernails, and do the same on your face. Make your face as horrible as you possibly can, put in all the detail, and when it's finished, your face will look something like that. Look at that. I've done red lips there, I've even put the scar in. Ooh, I've got the eyes. I've even put some silver pen on here for the bolts. As for the hands, well, I've put the fingernails in, and just through these holes here I've attached 2 lengths of string and tied them to a coat hanger so that they dangle like that. Then the difficult bit. take a sweatshirt or a t-shirt or an old pullover. The idea is to just thread your horror hands down the sleeves, pop them out the other way. And there's one of them, like that, a perfect fit. And then the other one, down the other sleeve, like this. It can be a little tricky to do. It's a bit like getting dressed in the dark, using someone else's hands. Horror hands at that. Out come the fingers, there they are, and again, another perfect fit. And then you have to attach your coat hanger into your shirt like that, just hang it on, like you normally would, and then just put your head inside and simply tape it into position. Now I'm just going to do it very quickly here to show you. You can take a little bit more time to do it carefully, put a lot of tape on, so that when you pick it up, there you have a horror hanger. And then you can hang it up in your wardrobe. This way, master. And if you tie a loop of string or wool to the bar in your wardrobe first, it just makes it easier to hang in. And there it is. Look at that. And there's loads of different designs you can do. You could do skeleton design, or you can even do a werewolf design, complete with woolly fur. Try it yourself. A horror hanger, guaranteed to scare off unwanted intruders.
Hello, yes, it's me, Ed. Now, that's basically side skating. 1, cut out your cardboard shape. 2, build up the figures using magazines, cotton wool, or paper. 3, cover them in toilet roll and PVA glue. 4, paint them when they're dry. 5, tie them onto your coat hanger. Oh yes. And 6, scare someone. my garlic powder picture. Ah! Mummy!
In the next couple of minutes, I'm going to turn this into this. Look at that. A fantasy castle. Have a look at this. Take a polystyrene cup and tape it upside down to an ordinary piece of A4 size drawing paper, and then, I love doing this, stick your finger into the top like that and rip the whole of the bottom off your cup. And you don't have to be neat at this stage. Not that it never is it? Then take the inside cardboard tube from a kitchen roll and stuff that into your paper cup. Now you might have to press it in so it's a tight fit, and tape that into place. And then just scrunch up a paper ball, scrap paper, put that into the top just to block it up, and again just tape that into place like that. And then take the inside from 3 blue rolls, just the cardboard tubes, and place them into position so that they're roughly halfway above your kitchen roll tube. Look at that, just halfway above there, and that, take it into position, and then do another one on the other side again, so it's half of the tube above your kitchen roll tube, and then put one from the back like that. It's slightly higher than the other two. Now to make your pointy roofs, and the way to do that, watch this, good little tip this, just take an ordinary A4 size piece of drawing paper and start to roll it in one corner. And as you're rolling, just turn to the right like that and roll your paper over, and it starts to roll itself into a paper cone. And then when you've got it into position, just tape it, you don't have to be neat, and then cut it so that it's roughly the same height as a loo roll tube, so it's wide enough at the bottom to fit over the loo roll tube. Bring your castle back in, pop it on the top, and then do another 2 open turrets, and you've got something that looks like this, and take them into position. And then to add the detail onto your castle, just take some strips of scrap paper, and just twist them into shape, and then pin them, one for the door, like that, so just tape it into position as you're going, and do exactly the same for the windows. Now, put some tape on this one, I'll just show you one window up there, but you can do 3, you can do as many windows as you like. Like this, nicely taped into position. And now the good fun bit. Turn the castle to stone, and the best way to do this is to take some PVA glue, it's the ordinary white school glue you get in squidgy bottles, and mix it with water, 2 parts glue, 1 part water, and just paste it on to the front of your castle, and stick on some strips of either loo roll or ordinary tissue paper, and just stick it on where you pasted, and then paste again on top. And I love doing this, it's a great technique this. You just finish as you work off, just stuff it in all those cracks and creases, and you can even go down onto the base, the paper base, and that will later on strengthen the base of your castle. Just paste it down to all those nooks and crannies. The idea is to cover the whole of your castle, all the windows, all the detail, in 2 or 3 layers of tissue paper or loo roll and PVA glue. If you leave it to dry overnight, when it's dry, you'll have something that looks like that. Look at that. There's your castle. It's gone rock hard, and you've got this fantastic sort of stone effect.